We will begin in a minute. I gotta stand up. I gotta stand up and tighten my belt. I've been slagging at the desk. We had no power today for part of the day. I've been writing and looking and studying. I really am not prepared again. I did make a few small discoveries. I was working a little bit with the vibration and how to see in between vibrations what those numbers are. Like 432 vibration, everybody just sees the number, but you can move those numbers. Remember, 1 came in between 2 to create 3. 1, 3, and 5 have a passage, the passage of the cat, the AT pass. Cat, hat, fat, I don't really know, but in fat, the F letter is a 6. How did we first create 6? 1 plus 2 plus 3 created the first 6. 3 and 1 created the 4. That with the 2 created 6. So how do we create what? Remember, 6 is the reverse cube. If you have a 3-sided pyramid, excluding the floor, right? Excluding the floor. And don't forget, once you get 2 3-sided pyramids together and you put them together, it looks like this. You end up with 6. The only reason you end up with 6 from 3 because it's just the reverse side of the pyramid and it's sitting in the sand like that on its point. It's not sitting flat in the sand, it's sitting on its point, right? You got 3 sides. You have 3 sides that are not disclosed, but I already know that where the 1 is, it is beneath this finger over. You see this, where the 1 is, right? Where the 1 is, it would be to the back side of this cube, to the 6. So it's the 6, and all 9 numbers are only going to come from these 6. All 9 numbers come from the 6. But the reality is we only have 4. We should look at this only as 4. They're showing you the extremities. That's the way I want to look at it. You can look at it that way. You can see 9 to a face if you want, but we also can see 4. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I want to adjust the camera over here. Okay. No one has shown up yet on my screen, so I'm going to be taking a 1 more minute break. Let me see if I can collect that ceiling there. Too many lights, right? I have misplaced something, so I'm looking for give me a minute. Okay. 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 Kitty cat, let's go. Inside. Now. Inside, you scratch at the door, you got to come in. I'm not even sure where we are going to start. I had something prepared this afternoon. The power went out. I fell asleep last night. I have to stop putting up that I'm going to be starting a video and not show up. It's not fair to anybody. I'm just going to do something very, very short, very basic on numbers. I'm going to try and see if I have it down here. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm going to get this bigger. I'm going to explain what it is. Wait a second, not here. Okay, for those who have never seen this before, okay, this is a roulette wheel. This is the single zero and the double zero. They're exactly apart. Now, in between, I have pick and chosen numbers for a reason. I could have did a whole lot more. This 30 and 11 connect to 29 and 12. The total is 41. The total is 41. 32, 17, and 5 equals to 49, 54, the numeric value for the sun. And 17 and 20 have something very, very huge in common. I forget what it was. I will find the answer. But everything, there is so much common reality that connects. Everything is ABC and what comes from it. Everything is ABC and what comes from it. In fact, everything is just A and B and what comes from it. We just have A and B. Okay, we've created what its own polarity is, 3 and 4. But through A and B, their own polarity is 6 and 5. The only thing that is missing is the passing 3 and 4. That is the passing of 3.5, 3 and 4. That is the passing, the cycles of AB. So now we're going to go to 31 and 18 equals to 49. Two numbers. 31 and 18, 49. 32 and 17, 49. The number that connects to it, next to it, is 5 and 6. There's a reason for that because of what I just showed you here is 1 and 2. I'm trying to see what this, oh yes, the 37 here is 18. 18 and what? Where is this 37? Why did I mark 37? There was a reason for it. 32 and 5, 37. 31 and 6. You see when the 5 is on this side and the 6 is on this side, the 31 and the 32 are inverted as well. So how do we you see the way the 17, 18 completely opposite of each other and what the totals are? That's your 37. This whole wheel will create 37, 39. Every second number, 19 and 18 is 37. 18 and 21 is 39. So 18 is the center between 37, what is, and 39. 18 centers to what is 19 and 21. Now, you would think 18 and 19 are different, but the reality of 18 and 19 is the ending of the first 18 is number 18, and the beginning is 19. So if we departed them as first, we would have in between both of them 31. DC, a black DC. Well, they're both black DCs. 19 and 18, the letter R and the letter S. The inverted letter would be H and I, high. High equaling to 9 and 8.
created by Venus, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, will create that 9 and 8 right here. These two will create the sun and the moon. This is the creation of the sun and the moon, and this part is the creation of Mars, completely inverted to the angels of Venus. Over here, number 21 and 16 will create your 37, and 21 and 18. Now, the thing about 18 and 21, and there has to be a better understanding, and I need to speak a little bit more about positioning, almost like a puzzle. It might not mean that the roulette numbers, although you go 1 to 18 for 18 numbers, and hold on a second. Although we go 1 to 18, right? Let's say we got a whole row of numbers here, 16, 17, and 18. And then over here, you have 19, 20, and 21. But it doesn't say that doesn't say that they didn't take, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they went to 14 and they grabbed 14, 17, 20, and they brought it to the other side. Let's say they brought these. So let's say on this side of the board, there's 16 numbers, and on this side of the board, there's 20 numbers. You follow what I'm saying? Like a puzzle piece stretched out and grabbed 2 extra numbers that are in there. And one of the reasons I picked out these numbers, okay, in fact, maybe I can just take 17 and leave 14 alone. That would mean there would be 17 numbers here and 19 numbers on the other side of the board. But I like 20 because the TH heaven goes all the way to 20. So I don't want to talk about start getting involved with something that's hypothetical. Well, it's all hypothetical, but I'm still thinking of certain equations. Just don't like so much writing on the paper. Let me just put this back here and see if we can try and go over some of the numbers. So we have 41 here. We have 41 here. I'm just trying to remember. It's been a while since I did this. I lost the original paper somewhere in my work. I'm just trying to figure out where's what. Okay, this is a combination we have here where Mars is inflicted. Venus, Mars, and the Sun. 35, okay. 35 is who we are as angels when we add up. Oh, I don't have 35. Sorry. This is your DNA in the Sun. This is your AC. This here is a division between M and N. It is in the center of 77 of the 2 mountains. I'm going to see if I can show you what I'm talking about. In the center, let's see if I can get it. If I can get this page down here. So here's where number 7 is. Right over here. Number 7, in this divided world of Earth, see where we're on the cross over here? I need to be able to, how can I exactly say this? I have another design. I'm going to have to make another design where they're all this way, going down this way on an angle, where the deck of cards shows us that reality. Because in the deck of cards, the 3 has 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So if you're jumping with the 3 at the 7th gate, it would be, just give me a second, 7, 5, 3, 1. 7, 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. The 7th gate would be over here. This would over here, center to center. 7, 5, 3, 1. And this is where the 1 comes out. And then we have 7, 5, 3, and 1. The 1 comes out over here. Or you can look at it another way. You can have 7, skip 1, 5. Here. 7, 5 comes out to the same thing. 7, 5, 3, 1, 7, 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. Those are the passage, the cat, the pigs, the cat right here, goes right through it. Communication, AT. So your A would come up like this. And I'm just thinking of what I was doing this afternoon. So I'm usually always a little bit shaky. So let's not get into this piece right now. Or, I mean, there's a mathematical equation in here. I don't know if I want to get into that. That if you want to create, maybe I should do it. I shouldn't do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Let's finish with the roulette over here. Just going to check with my Odyssey channel and see if anything started over here. Okay. So yeah. So where are we? Okay. Is that it? No, I thought I had that. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Let me move this in over here. Let me maybe put this up a little bit higher. Maybe make it bigger. It's too big, right? It's too big. It's too big. Okay, I'm trying to see. The angels show up over here at 39, the black 15, and the black 24. Number 39, okay, is creation. It is beta creation, 3 to the power of 3. So Venus is involved, Venus, Mars. 24 is the dividing gates of creation. This number will create 11, but with it, okay, it'll bring the quarter worlds. The reason for that is this multiplication of 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 will equal to 6 and 5. This is where it'll equal to 6 and 5. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 2. 6 and 5 equals to 11. 6 times 5 equals to 30. The total is 41, and the minus side, okay, is 19. That is where man shows up. Man creates this. Now, if I have to reduce this, I will reduce this until it reaches number 13 or 1 and 3, whichever way you like to do it. And if I invert 1 and 3, then I will be going to the 31st. I don't want to get involved with numbers right now because 0, 1, 30, 31, and there's a whole bunch of numbers that I can see in my head how come they're going to fit together, but I have no explanation for what I see and understand unless I can show you something that links to what just went on. See, by creating this, these are not the only numbers that create 5 and 6. When 5 and 6 comes together, they talk about two numbers. They talk about 7 valued at 65, and they talk about 3 valued at 56. And there's other words like white. 31, 40, 50, 60 is also 65. Is also 65. So this is the plus side, 41. And this is to the minus side. And this will 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4 equals to 3 times 4 equals to 12 plus 3 equals to 7, 0, 7 equals to 19. This is where man, excuse me, and cycle 28 comes in. Now we have the question that I marked down earlier somewhere else, but I didn't write it down here. Is it uni? Is it bi? Is it tri? Because it's the cycle. How many wheels? Okay, does it have training wheels? So in here, we have 44. We have 35 and 9. We have the birth that comes with 35. You remember the one chip that comes into the game? The invert of that ABCD10 is the 9. The 1 and the 9 come together. Remember, the 9 doesn't come alone. The 9 doesn't come alone. We have the bicycle, which is 02 and 09. When adding it up, we have 69 in rotation to Venus, the half-life, 6 and 2. The Sun and Mars, the BC creation, AA, 6 and 2. Tricycle equals to 38, and 9 equals to 47. Wow, runs the same thing as energy, the same thing as time, as Jesus. Why don't we just say, catch me on the jet cycle? Jesus, energy, time. I am A, B, C, D. I am J, A, C, K. I am Jack Jet. Plug me in. 38 is another way to get 23. This will create 24 and 11 equaling to 35. 35 will equal to 15 and 10 equals to 25. No, something's not right. 3 times 5, this is 08. This is 08, 08, 08. So this is 1, 5, and 08 equaling to 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will recreate another 6 and 5. And notice that in here, the next reduction of this number in the 4 houses will be a 6. So there will be a dividing gate coming from this numeric value over here. And you want to see what this dividing gate says in numbers? It says ho, ho, ho. 15 and 8, 15 and 8 equals to 30 and 16. And now we're going to go 15 and 08, okay, equals to 45 and 24. Fox passing the sun, the dividing gate of the birth. And again, here this is the continuation. In the E world, 1 times 5 equals 5. In the quarter world, a multiplication will create quarters. If I expand my boxes over here, I will have 4 halves, 4 wholes, and 1 quarter. 4 times 0.5, 4 times 1, and 1 times the quarter. 14, Valentine's Day, halfway through the month. So this one will be 2 and 4 is 6. It'll be 625 will be that answer. Let me see. This will be 2 and this will be 4. This will be 4. This will be 2. That's 6 and 1 times a quarter. 6 and a quarter. I did that last time. How come I came up with a different answer? Right, because it's 4 times a quarter. It's 4 times a quarter, but this box becomes a quarter. These boxes become halves. I don't care how many halves. It's just what the boxes do. So it leaves me with 6 and a quarter, which is 25 times 25 equals 625 plus 50 equals 675. So instead of 175, we now have 675. And this is where the light passes through the moon. 35 and 12, 8 and 3, the heavens creation. The light passes through the moon, the one hue light. 50 is red in darts. Remember all your numbers. Darts, green 25, 625. If you multiply this by 41, it'll give you the short Mayan count. 6 by 25 is 150. It's related to Mars. Let me get out of this and see if I can go back to this piece over here and see if I can explain it like I did last time. 16 and 23 is 39. So we're always talking about angels. So when we talk about the angel 10, the minion in this particular place here, we are intercepting 4 inverted 3 to the 7th gate. In that case, we have love, we have the fox pass, we have 66, right? Did you follow why 66, 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6? The reverse of that is 88. We have to understand our 88, okay? And by the way, 432 plus 256 equals 688. The two harmonics coming together. It's exactly perfect. 256. If you know anything about harmonics, bring that together. The numbers are telling stories. I just don't know what they are particularly. So this is our biggest polarity between here and here. Now the question is the polarity towards the center? Because it's 3 in between 4 and then 4 in between 3. I'm trying to understand how the numbers fit in this scenario. How does the 3 separate these two? Because this 4 is a polarity. Does that mean this 4 brings this all into conjunction? This is 43, 16, 39, and 4, 43. 24 and 15 equals the 39. This is 42. This is the dividing gates. 6 and 8, the heavens of the light. So this is 6 and 8. I'm just trying to look through these numbers over here. So we have 39 over here. I could have continued doing this all the way around because it's always going to be the same thing. 24 and 15 is 39. 15 and 22 is 37. 22 and 17 is 39. 17 and 20 is 37. So when you hit 37, you're talking about the cube and the polarity between 3 and 4. And the polarity between 3 and 4 is 6 and 8. So where are we going to find 6 and 8 here? Here's 6. 8 is on the same side. Okay, so there's a dividing gate of 7 between these two numbers over here. I never did this before. Here we have 70. We have 70 on this side. We have 70 on this side. 819 equals to 20. Just give me a second over here. Oh, boy. When I did it was so perfect when I did it, and now I don't remember some pieces. Where does it add up to 74? Where does it add up to certain numbers? Why exactly did I write exactly what I did? Just give me a second to take a look. Six and 8, 6 and 6. Between 6 and 6 is 21. 8 between 6 and 8 again. See, 33 and 35 between 6 and 8. There's 3 numbers. Between 6 and 8, there's 3 numbers. Between 6, and here's another 6, and here's 8, there's 3 numbers. But between this first 6, there was not. That's 24, the dividing gate. Just like Grover Cleveland, and then boom, Grover Cleveland. In between, it was the other president. I'm just, anyways, this is a piece I wanted to work on. I'm not really happy with my explanation of that. I do have, just 1 second here. Six times 5, 6 plus 5, equaling to 30 and 11. I'm trying to figure out how we got to 12. What was that calculation for these two to come together? 12. 3 times 9 is 27. 14 creates this. Anyways, I can't explain what this, I just can't. I wish I could. I was able to once before, but now it just shows me a lot of patterns. That's all I'm seeing right now. Okay, so I'm just moving some stuff off my desk here. You know, when I'm really in the zone and it really starts out, and I can see it, it's a lot of fun. But when it goes away, it's no fun. I feel like I'm lost myself. Okay, in this scenario, this is the gematria counting. Now there's many ways to do this. There's many ways to make squares. Okay, here I overlap the 4 area. What you know is a 4 area took exactly 9 corners or 9 dots to create that 4 area. Took 9 dots to create that 4 area. And in creation, the outline of the 9 dots will create this size. And then this size will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, 9, and 1. 16, 9, and 1. P-H-I. Phi. Might have just happened just like that. Might have just happened just like that. Okay. So we're going to jump off of this one and onto this one. I'm going to show you what I did in this one. In this one here, I went from 1 all the way up to 7 and all the way to 1. Then I went over. This area is an M. This is an N. It's another pyramid. It is the second half of the alphabet. Then I flip this upside down, starting at 1 again. Okay. In my other design, it's not in this one, but in this one, I went from 1 up to 7, all the way down to 1. And then all the way down to 1, then I went to 7 again over here. So I didn't put 2 1s in it, so I'm not really sure which one I should run by. See, if I do this, my fine line center is over here. My 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So do you see where the 1 meets? All the 1, the 3, and the 5 meet over here. Forget about the 7. Forget about the 9. Forget about everything else. If you want to know where those numbers would go, this box over here, pending on how I'm shifting numbers. I'm not angling numbers and adding 1.5. Perhaps I should. Perhaps instead of having these squares, I should have this, like that, making up the difference as I climb. You notice the way I backed up and it still looks like squares because I went all the way back to here? Like that's my letter P. So maybe that's what's going to maybe lengthen or shorten my value. And don't forget, when I create these, I'm coming from up here on this level, on the 7 level, and I end up on the 5 level, and then I end up on the 3 level, and then I end up on the 1 level. If I was going by 2s, it would be the same thing. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 by 2s. 7 and 2 are exactly the same when you're in movement. You can go down by 2 adding 7, and you can go up by 2 with 7 adding 2 to 7, or just adding 2 to 2, just keep adding 2s. 7, 5, 3, 1. And then after that, the next number is 8, 6, 4, 2, 9, 7. That's the rotation. And then the rotation is 7. Over here, we're going to have 15, and then you're going to have 16. This is your first formation. Your second formation goes 14, you're going to have 18, and then you're going to have 20. Second formation. In the third formation, you see it doesn't end here. Although it ended, it doesn't end. And then you're going to have 5, and then you're going to have 3 in this formation. And here, you're going to have a total of 21 and then, well, I should have went plus 3 equals to 24. And this one I should have said plus 2, which is this 2 over here, equaling to the 20. And this is the plus 1 equaling to the 15. So that's your 3 cycles into 24. So now we're going to go back to the first cycle, and that will be 1, 8, 6 equaling to 15. Okay. 15 to 24 in between 3. Starting at 3. 1, 8, and 6. In the divided house, the one spirit pass. So you have 15, and the next number to this is 4. And that ends that complete cycle with the leap year. We can end here. We're going to add 4, and that'll equal to 19. So in this situation, this area ended up to be 16. This ended up to be 20. Just thinking 18. This was 15, 18. 15 equals 6. 1 and 5 equals 6. 18, 1 and 8 equals 9. 23, 2 and 1 equals 3. 16, 7, 2, 6, 19. So this is that one complete cycle of the 7th gate over here. So it ends with a 4. Then it's going to begin with a 2. So the cycle is going to have to continue. We have to end up with this cycle over here, and we don't have that yet. So after 4, I'm going to continue it down here, all right? No, I'm going to continue it over here. So after 4, we're going to end up with 2, 9, 7. And then we're going to go 5. And that's 11. And that'll be 18. And 5 equals to 23. There was one thing I didn't want to forget inside of here. This is 6. Yes, the total of 16 and 20 is 36. And this is 60. So when the first part ends, it is 60. This is standard. After that, it's an add-on. 79. Here we get 60, and it's dividing gates. Here we get 7 and 9. Man comes into the house. 1 times 9, 1 plus 9. The star system. Jupiter comes into the house. 13 comes into the house. 13, the value of 13. The value of 13 is 99. 13, Jupiter. The value of 13 makes you a man, and it's number 13 that will recreate number 19. And the cycle inside the moon, and the number to man is 28, cycle of the moon, and there are 13 cards in a suit. Times 7 equals to 91, bringing on the spirit of what is created, and that is the A family R, number 19, S. The R is in the A family, making it valued at 19. The H is in the A family. It's got a longer spelling, but if I just keep the H is now equal to the I. The J is in the A family, but also note that the H has the A before the H, so that'll be 8 minus 1 equaling to 7. The R has the A minus from the R, so instead of equaling to S, it'll equal to 17Q. The J, which is the 10th letter, and the A is after, will equal to 11, and K, which is the 11th letter, with a hard A equaling to 12. Anyways, let's just leave that out. So we had the 4 suits of 91 of man equaling to bar mitzvah, bar 13, 28 equals to 364, or 13 moons. If we had 12 moons, we have 336. And that's where Jesus comes in rotation. Rotation, 9 and 6, Mars in the hue of light. So this will become 60. This will become 79. This will become 16. This is 36. That was 1696. And this was, let me continue. I'm just looking. So if the cycle continues from here, what was that cycle? That cycle was here. And now we're at number 5. So now if we're at number 5, did we do this right? 3 and 1, 3 and 1. We ended with 4. See, 3, 1. Did I get this right? 7531, 8642, 97531, 864. You see, this here, 7539, only happened once. This cycle only happened once. I'm quite sure we're going to have to do it 3 plus one more time, 4 times. That cycle restarts at where the cycle restarts here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, it restarts at 9 times 4 equals to 36. The full cycle and 4 plus the 4 equals to 40. Showing up for many things. Showing up and understanding 7913 for 20, 2468 for 20. The reason for 40. The 40 days, the 40 nights to go through all the numbers. So I want to continue that. So we're into this one over here. Then after 5, we're with 3, 1, 8, 6. The 6 gets into the box. We end up with number 12, which will create the 23. And 6 equals to 18. And now this is becoming all mishkabibbled. So here we end it with number 6. I'm just trying to see that I didn't create an error somewhere. Why am I not falling exactly on the numbers? 1, 8642, 8642 ends here. 975 ends here. Then 3, 975. You see, oh, because okay, because it restarts over here. I see it restarts over here. 9753, 18624. Wow, I'm going to have to go on to the next page. So the next page we were on, wow, I'm going to bring it down here. So we're on 3186. So now I'm going to go 427, 427, and then I'm going to be over here. I've moved on to this number over here. So this will be 13 and 5 equals to 18. Then I'm going to be 1, 8, 6. And then the next one is going to be the 4 in a box. And this will be 15. And 4 equals to 19. And the next one is going to be 2, 9, 7. And then 5. And this is 18. And then 5 equals to 23. So I have this twice already. Do I have 186? I have 186. Do I have 427? Do I have 427? 427. I don't have 427, but I have 186. So it seems like it ends over here, but this is in the center. This is where it ends. 427, 427. 297. 2974. 2. I'm just trying to see what the next number is. Why is the next number? All right, 2. 975. 5 goes in the box. 318. 318. Then 6 goes over here. Now you have 427. And then 5 is in the box. Ah, that's where the mistake is. You see, this is all wrong. This is to be 318. And then you're at number 6. Over here, 318, and then you're at number 6. So it's 318 is 12 plus 6 is 18. So this one goes in here. So then it's 429, and it's 429, and I'm getting messy, and I don't like that, equals to 15, and 7 equals to 22. This is the same thing as in pool. I'm just trying to see where the numbers, I'd like to rip this whole thing. Anyways, I'm going to stop with this and get on to something else. Since these, I'm thirsty. Let me get a drink. Let me see if I can recalibrate for a second. I don't like getting lost in my own work. How you doing? I see somebody's here. I seem to be a little bit lost again. I'm going for a drink in the kitchen. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. Throw this garbage out. Okay, I am having a little teeny snack, teeny weeny snack, and then we begin. Hopefully I can find myself. I don't like when I'm on the sink. Come on, guy. Hold on. I love you. You want to go? You want to go down? You want to go down? You want to go down? Go. Go down. Go. Down, 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 down. There you go. Okay. Seven. The number for Christ, the number for matter is 77. So is it emanating and passing through here? The passing points, okay, is right here. And what is this? This juncture is juncture number 5. It is also known to be juncture number 9. It is both 5 and 9. This juncture over here is juncture number 3. But if it's juncture number 3, what other juncture can it be? If 5 is 9, then it would be number 11. It would be number 11. Where are my dice? Where did my dice go? Well, see, the reverse of 3, okay, or the void to 3 is 6. The reverse of 3 is 4. In this scenario, I'm using 2 dice. And when I have a 5, then I have a 9. So what do I have when I have a 3? I have a 2 and a 1. So if I flip them over, I have 11. So now I have 9, 11, 5, 3. And now I have a lonely 1. 1 is in the center of all. It gets chopped up. It gets chopped up. 1 gets chopped up. And you notice it gets chopped up in 8 between the 2. So we don't have anything for 1. The 1 goes with 8 void. And we have really nothing for 2, or we could. 2 goes with 7 void. Now, if we made 2 this way, then what would you say the void would be? There's 8 void per each one. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 7. So how can we make 2 again? Well, we can make 2 right over here from 11. 6 and 5, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So how do we make 2? We make 2 right over here. We make 12 right over here. And we also make 3 right over here. So as 3 is 11, as 3 is inverted to 11, as 9 is inverted to 5. So when we go down the squares, I go 7, 8, 9. And in this position over here, this is position number 5. And it shows me that coming down, 9 will meet its birth. A-G-E. A-G-E. Age into I. We bring age into I. And I did this as to portray that the cap to it all of the dividing gates of 6 and 6 coming down through the 7th gate on the cross. You have 9, 8, and here Christ comes in again. 1 second, you had 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm trying to look for which number am I looking for? 7, 8. Because I'm working my numbers up as well as I'm working my numbers down. Maybe if I do it this way, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. See, this one says 4 at the dot. 5, 6 at the dot. Then 7, and then 8. And then this one, did I get that right? 7, 8, 9, what? Yes, okay. And then this one coming down would be 7, 8, 9, and then over here you would end up with 5 and 1, 4 and 2, 3 and 3, 4, hold on a second, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The center would be 4 and 1, and then this one would be 5. This one would be 6. Wow, there's something wrong here. Hold on a second. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. So what happened to me going the other way? 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How in the world did I get more one way than the other way? That's not possible. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 3, 4. 4 is the center. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. 1, 2, 1. 7, 8, 9, 7, 7, 8. Here is 9, 9, 1, 2. Okay, well, you got the drift of where I'm going. Oh my God, I can't believe it's that difficult sometimes. Anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to push over. And the other thing I have to explain is when I had 7 here and 5 here, right? When I have 7 here, and 5, 3, and 1, and then I have 1, 3, and 5 over here, there where the crisscrossing, where X marks the spot, is where the dot goes, and not in between the circle. Now, wouldn't you think it should go in between the circle? So now I'm going to change around my reality and take a look at something. When I go from 7 here, shouldn't I not go down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? If I was doing that, I'd have exactly what all the other numbers say. Now I have something different. And when coming to the center, you meet the center at 44. You meet above and below at 53 and 53. And when you meet with that, if I count the other way, okay, let me take a look at this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This would be 2. This would be 2. And this would be 1. And then this would be 9. So anyways, so now you have 5 and 3 coming together. And this is number 4. This one would be number 5. And then this one at the marking would be 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's perfect. 44, 55. And then you would have 60 what? 60 what? Let me 7, 6, 5, 6, 5 and 3, 5, 7. Hold on a second. 9, 1, 2, 3. This one is 3. This is not. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This box is 1. 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 3. So this is 2. So this is 2. And then 6, 6 and 2, 2 and 6. 622, 6 holds this inside of it. Electric company. Mass. Half the split of between the day and the night. Somehow something just popped up on my computer because my cat's on my screen. Do you see this? Whoop. This. Oof. Oof. Okay, so now what we're going to do after this one, we now have 1 and 7 coming into it. And that is where your 1771 gateway comes in, bringing 622, 6 to 355, 3. Herbie the car coming to life. And then the split between day and night. Do you know where these numbers come from? If not, please ask. They come as 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just keep counting over again. But there's another reality count because 7 skips. 7 skips an area and goes here, skips an area and goes here, skips an area and go here. Venus works that way, skipping 1. And this is where 531 comes in through the gateway. So now when we go this way, my question is, just 1 second, I want to get up. So am I getting that? Okay, I'm getting that on the screen. So when I come in this way, okay, do you notice the way the top line joins this line over here? And my bottom line would join. See, I need to make sure that I create a lot of this paper. Hold on a second, to this dot, 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 to this dot. Okay, I'm off. $62.17. So everything doubles. So now, wow, that's too big. No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bless me. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay, this is 5. Here it is 7. 74 meet. Energy, Jesus, time, all meet to the 28th cycle of the 11 creation, equaling to the 39 angels. 13, 13, and 13. We have 9 and 4, 8 and 5, 7 and 6. They're all 13s. There's many other 13s. This is the 10-10 world. In order to have 9 or 8 or 7, we had to create a tri-world. We have the uni, we have the bi, and we have the tri. In order to get here, we have to run this 1-4-7 cycle, or understand the 3-6-9 cycle and what breaks down through these numbers here. This will also give us the 7 and 6, 13 to the 1 and 6, 7 of the 20 count of the Mayan. If you want to know something, just look here. If you want to know something, just look here. If you want to understand that the deck of cards has put the cube on this angle and has run the 3 through 3 worlds, just like the pool table. So this is where we are going to get So here we have 1, 2, 3, and then here. So all these are going to go 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, and then over here we are going to be, hold on a second, something is very funny over here, 7, 5, 3, 1. 7, 6, right. And when I'm counting down and using the same numbers, okay, it is exactly 7, 5, 3, and 1 over here. And then we would, I'm not sure what size we're going to use. I'm going to have to recreate this over here. And with this, we have to run this over here. And with this, we get our octagon center sitting on the cross. Now, do we go up higher than we do lower? Do you remember we bury him 6 feet deep? How big is the grave? 6 feet deep by how many feet wide? So I wish I had this designed a little bit neater than what I have over here. The inside is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 separation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it 13? There's 1 area, there's 2 areas, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11 areas. 11 of a 13. It's 11 by 13. 143. Did I get that right? I have to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 49 here. There's 7 by 7, 49. So, but the inside, right, so there's 49. There's 49 total of the squares. There's 49 total, and there are 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There are 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7 on the outside. 7 and 5 is 12, and 7 is 19. 7 and 5 is 12, and 7 is 19, and 5 is 24. There are 4 areas. The average is 6, 7. Is that what I got it right? 7. And what's in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between. 6. There's 6 in between here. 1, 2. Let me see if I get it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between. So they're all 6s in between. But when you count them the other way, it becomes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 7 come 11. So why are we talking 7 come 11? 7 come 11. 7, 7, 9, 11. 7 come 11. They don't say 7, 9, 11. They say 7, the gateway, come 11, the student, because the 9 is the birth of the student. 7, 9, 11. It is creation. Noted in the red ball. So we're going to jump off of this because it's a little bit too mumbo jumbo. I'm going to jump onto just this one small equation over here. Oh boy, you know I don't like when that I'm all over the freaking place. In this very, very small equation, it's just understanding position. And when we're creating sevens, the cube, the numbers on the cube here, I'm going to go to the perfect cube, to what they say is the perfect cube for 7. So we have 6. No, in this one it's 8. In this one it is, okay, in this one it's, hold on a second. Let me move this here a little bit. In this one it's 7. So we have 6 and 1, 7. See the 1 line and the 6 line, the 1 line and the 6 line. We have 5 and 2, 7. We have 3 and 4, 7. And then all the way through we have 4 and 4, but I don't have another 4. So I stretch out and I come over here. And I create that 4 and 4, 7. Now my big question is, should I be drawing this line over here? I don't know. So it shows you that I've reached out into all the dimensions, but this is just one. In this one over here, it was about number 8, but I left the 1 in the background. I don't know if I should have did that. Okay, but anyways, we're going to continue on. To create 8, I need 6 and 2. 6 here, 2 here, 6 here, 2 here. I want 8, 5 and 3, 5 here and 3 here. I want 4, I got 4 right over here. Same as before. Now the reverse in the cube, the 8 is 6. So I need 5 and 1. So we have 5 here and 1 and 5. So I draw my line like this. Now I have 4 and 2. So I have 4 here and 2 here. Now I have 3 and 3. So my 3 and 3 are over here. Now I have to do just like on the other one. The question is just, do I put it right over here? and it creates just a crown. Creates a crown in the numbers. No big deal. I didn't really like that one anyways. Let me see where I'm going to go next. I'm not going to go over this one. I don't want to ruin this one. This one here, the difference is when I recreated the gematria scale 1 through 7, I flipped the ones upside down and each side has its own 1. In this scenario, it will create 88. In the other one, it did not. See, I used singles, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. In this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't count these two. That's the extended next pyramid. I don't want to mix you up. Okay. And then I come down and I have 14. See, I have 14 here, the same way as I have 14 surrounding this cube. 3 and 6, 9, and 4, 13, and 1, 14. 1 and 5 is 6, 12, and 2 is 14. So you have 28, but you don't, because you overlap numbers. So we come down, we have 7 down to here. But the next time I want to go 7, my 7 is going to stop inside because I'm using a complete reflective. The measurement from here to here will overlap each other. If I process going up and they process going down, because of the size different from the other one, they will crisscross in the center. As you can see, there's an area mark crisscross. They both skipped over center. Unlike in this one, okay, it made a X marks the spot in the dead center, as where this one, it was an O. And if you notice, it's all 88s, 88s, 88s. If we wanted to do a mathematical equation in this, or if we wanted to create a mathematical equation, like let's say 7 times something, but the reality is there is no 7. The 7 is 1 and 6. So we would have to go with 1 and 6 and place a dot in that area. Just let me see where else I am in these numbers. Man, I go over so many things. I just see. Whoop, hold on a second. My light just went out. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. This little piece over here, it's all number 4s. 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 in 4 different directions. Can we put the 4 in any other directions? What will happen? And the artwork that will come in here, I don't know what it is yet. Okay, in this piece over here, all I'm creating is situations. How to create 7. 1, 2, and 4 will create 7. These are the masters. So I have to follow my keys. 1, 2, and 4 create 7. Is there any other 7? I'm going to need 3 dice. So the minimum is 13, the maximum is 18. Just to note that there has been an alphabet shift. In the alphabet, I can't really see so good, so I'm trying to do my best. I used to be so neat. Now I feel like I'm rushing. So in the alphabet, most people start the alphabet as A. And here's the first position, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. '21, 24, 27, 30, 33. So here is number 6. I start the alphabet A over here. Here is the 9, 12, 15, 18. In this position used to be the R letter. It's no longer the R letter. A, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. It has now been replaced with the M letter. Reshuffling the alphabet where A gets flipped over on this dice. Instead of it being in this position, it now plays in that position of the half-life. By doing that, the R and the M switch. In the 18th position will be number 13. So the total of M will now be M31. The R letter will show up now 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm just trying to 21 where this R was. It's going to be pushed up 18. I think it's going to be the 23rd letter. So that would be right here. That's where the R was. So W and R for silly rabbit now fit for a relationship. And that'd be 23 and 18 equaling to 41. DNA birth in the sun here and here. High creation, BC. Yeah? Yeah? Come on, just. You know what? If you really loved me, you would let me hold you. If you would really love me, you would let me hold you. But all you want to do is block everything. Who do you work for? Huh? Who do you work for? Why don't you bring me a paycheck one day, eh? Why don't you bring home the paycheck one day? Ah, now you don't want to talk, eh? And talking the paycheck, go out and get some groceries for the house. You stay home all day. All you do is give me love. Okay, let me move on. This, I think I need my stick to stay up a little bit higher. It would be much better if my, can I hold this stick up higher? I'm going to find a way to hold the stick higher. Just give me a second. I think I've got okay, let me see. I'll eventually have to, that's definitely going to fall down, but it'll pass for now. So yes, so now you see where M gets 31, R gets 41. And the alphabet finishes on Z in the 31st position as the 26th letter, equaling to 57. And that's a direct fit, male, female, and into the moon. Into the moon. This is the creation of the sun of the high heavens through Venus, Jupiter. Anyways, other ways to create 8 with 3 cubes, 1, 2, 5 memory. This becomes a polarity 8. This becomes Earth's heart. This is memory. This is Mars and Earth. This is polarity. Even these two over here, the 13th and the 14th letter, become inside the sun. That's what they're going to include. This one will be the moon. Again, you have 1, 3, 5. You see the way you had it in different areas? Here it's the cross gate, the 7th gate over here, electric company, through the moon. You have to remember 88s, okay, but this was with 3 cubes, right? And usually, see this over here, what 5 by 2 is 10, 4 by 3 is 12. Hold on a second, I'm thinking. This is the cycle of the heavens, the rotation and polarity. It's created by number 26. 9 is a pass through the moon. So this is going to create this mathematical situation. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8 and 12. I usually don't work with 3 numbers. Anyways, these are the three numbers, and this is part of the artwork that comes in with the numbers. 1, 3, and 5, 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, 5 inverted is 7, 5, and 9. Those are the numbers they give us. 9 is like 1, like 5 is like 5, like 7 is like 3, creates 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10 creates 30. That is that 30 creation. X marks the spot. X is 30. It is 10, 20. It is your location in the divided house. The value in numbers, 7 will bring in, 7 brings 11. It also brings in the spirit. It also will let the DNA and the sun come in after its creation, that it will create 30. 30 equals the word day. Plus 11 equals to 41. So that is where W and R come to be. And let me just refresh myself that when W, R come out, their reverse alphabet, okay, is DI or ID. Wider. I don't know what the combination is any more than that. So your basic count for the alphabet, what is this? 6 and 5, 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 4 and 9 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. So we know it's in the birth. See the 8th heaven? 7 and 8 work together. This will create number 15 through Mars. It'll also recreate 6 and 5, the gateway within its numbers. 6 and 4 is 10, creates 1. 9 and 5, 14 creates 5. But because this hits a 10, add 6 to it. It becomes 7 and 5, and we're passing through a moon. Both sexes. This, again, is a gateway. 9 is a gateway. When you have 9, you can see the same thing with 6. Through 6 comes life, the light. Add 10. A, B, C, D. So if we want to work at 1 and 9, the total is 76. If we want to work at which two numbers can we bring together? 5 and 4 shows you 66, the gateway. This is the sun. This can also be used as the orange ball and pool, where 4 is number 13, 1 and 3 is 4, and 5 is number 14. Sorry, yes, 5 is number 14. There is no number 23. So in this, we also have to understand that no, not this one. This one over here. See, 13 is in this area here. 14 is the next pyramid. So they're not on the same pyramid. They join together by bringing both of them together. It creates an area between both seventh gate. See, where you see this over here, there will be another area space on the outside in between. They will, how can I explain it? How is it going to end up looking? It's going to end up looking like that. There's going to be one here, and then there's going to be one here, and then this area, how can I show it? There's going to be multitudes of this. And by the multitudes of those that are enclosed, there are others that will be enclosed. Hold on, you know what? Let me just see if I can take a picture of this and show you what I mean. Boy, take a picture of this and whoop. Okay, now I'm going to just send it to my mail. Share. Share here. To Okay, and send it. Okay, I'm sending it to myself. While I'm sending and waiting, I'll see if I can go on to something else. There was another calculation that I wanted to do. It was 9 divided by 13. There was a certain reason for it, but forget about that for now. I'm just looking through my book. Yeah, I was working on the vibration. Doesn't matter what order it is. 4, 3, 2 creates 24 and 9. So in the creation of 24 and 9, right away, the cat divides the gate. 5 and 9, E and I. In my, whoops, sorry. I wish I can get to some of my stuff. I'm so sorry to bother you all the time. I really am. I really am. I really, really am, Sam. I really, really am, Sam. I really, really am. Wow. So I don't have it, but I do have another picture of the understanding of the above, how it comes down, and the below will go up and meet it right here. And it'll create this house between here and there. This area and this area will be smaller. Let's see, can you see that? And just what this is going to be. So we are going to have, let's see if we can just fill it in and see what it looks like. See, and if you notice in this picture, I did something a little different. I closed everything off after 1, 2, 3 over here. And the whole design is going to live between, it wasn't in this picture that I did it. Hold on a second. Wow, I'm all over the place. I got so many ideas and so many realities. How can I show it? 1, 2, here is 3, and here is 3, and here is that's 3. That's 1, 2, 3, and this is 7, 6, 5, and this is 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this is 1, 2, 3. Did I get that? Did I get that right? Well, I think this one has to be 4. This is 3. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1 area. I'm just trying to think, should it be 3 areas? I'm trying to exactly see where it's supposed to be. I'm not sure if you can even see that. Because we're supposed to close in the areas. Standard keeps everything inside of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's between 3 and 4 where everything has to go around. So here's the 7th area. So we have to go the 7th area, the 6th area, the 5th area, the 4th area is right here. So everything has to stop over here. And then this area has to be enclosed. There's got to be an area space between here and here, between 3 and 4. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's your 4th area. And now everything plays out between this area over here. And obviously this is below the threshold. So I'm thinking, would I move everything up above the ground? Anyways, just let's leave that for thought. Wow, it's hot. So this is what happens. The vibration of 2, 3, 4, when you take the total vibration of 24 and you add it together, I divide it by 9. I divide it by 9 because it's a multiplication. When you make a multiplication, okay, in a single square, that's what happens. You chop a square up. So if I'm chopping the square up, I want to know how many whole numbers divide by the small number, and it equals to 2.66. If that number equals to 2.66, then my equation will be on the cross in number 2, 5, and 8, and it'll be number 8. The reflection of this is going to be number 8. And the reason for that is because 8 divided by what 3 is, creation, okay, equals to 2.666 when it is divided, confronted with 3. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, McMac, how you doing? It's been a long time. Let me see. What does it say? 1471 on the telephone tells you who's calling you last. So it says the cycle, it says Jesus, it says between 1 and 1, 4 and 7 is 11, right? 4 and 7 is 11. Yeah, yeah, 4 and 7 is 11. So this is the vibration. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9 times 24 equals to 180 and 36. I divided it, I added it to understand it in the heavens, and what do I get? If I add it, I get 216. I'm on the moon. If not, I get the day in the creation of life, of a human light. If I divide it, I get 666. If I divide it by 9, I get 888. Why did I do that? This is rotation. This will take rotation of 666 and 3. What is, I'm just trying to think, how do I create the 90-degree angle? 234. You're right. 234 and 666 creates 90 degrees. The reason I did this is because the polarity of your 6 is your 8, and this is a doubled world. You see, usually the polarity would be 3 on a single cube, but because you have 2 cubes, it's no longer 3, it's now 6 and 8. That's the dividing of the gate. First it was 3. Polarity 4. Now it's 6 and 8. First it was 3. The polarity 4. Now it's 6 and 8. So what was the polarity of 3 and 4? Was it 6 and 2? Whoop, you can't see the paper, Mike. Are you complaining? So the 6, 2, double it up, becomes 3, 4. Double it up, becomes 6, 8. You double it up again, it becomes 3, 7. You double it up again, it becomes 6, 5. And this is a polarity of AB creation. This is where 11 comes in. If you double it up again, you get 31, you get man. If you double it up again, you now get 62. One more time, you get 62. So it's 31, 62, 34. So here. So we're going to start. Should I start from here or should I start from 65? Where should I start from? Should I start from how it came to be? Because once this hits a 1 and I create a 10, this is going to tell me automatically to add 6 to this number. So if I start just on number 13, doubling up. If I do a full calculative reality, the number 3 and 4 will equal to 19. The number 3 and 1 will equal to 19. The number 6 and 5 will equal to 41. And eventually equal to 6 and 5 will equal to 41. Mathematically, multiplying and add. But I'm not working by the star system. I'm just doubling it up for a quick turnover. I'm not looking for any in-between numbers. So I'm trying to figure out where would have been the first place to start. So since they're giving me 3 and 4 on one dice, okay, that would tell me that the corner of the pyramid would start on 62. But the 6 is the half-life. Here it is the primary polarity of 1. See, this is the trueness of this. It's not 8. It's actually 4. Everything else is in between. So 1 and 4 polarity is 63, and that's creation of the half-life. So if I want to start with 31 first. Actually, this is the queen. Should I start with man or the queen? We also know that 31 and 13 is 44. So we already know that the reverse of this is 46 and 64 equals 1, 1. Just trying. 3 and 4, 7, 1 and 6, 7, 1 and 6, 7, 3 and 4, 7. When I invert it, I get 11. Just trying to understand the rest of these numbers. That's just, so when I get 6 and 2, the inverse is 2 and 6, so that'd be 88, and the inverse is 1 and 5, 51, so I would get 66. 4 and 7, 7, 7. So when you have 44, when you have mass, okay, this inverted would be 33 in itself onto the 7th gate. This would be 66, bar 66, bar 12. This is woman, this is freedom. This is the, I'm just trying to think, 48, which would be Pluto, which would be to buy and to sell. You see, when you're converting your numbers, where are you converting them from? I convert them from here. Then how did I convert this number over here? Because it didn't matter which order these numbers were in, so I just took it to the next level, evening them out, and I even this one over here. This will create 1 DC. This over here. Zion, Israel, 1 DC because of the numerics. The 24-hour day of D. A, B, C, D is 1 DC. So we did this, we did that, 128, 38. What is 128? I'm just throwing around some numbers right now. Part of the memory or part of the 432 vibration, just trying to figure out which part it is. 256, 512, 256, 128. Okay, 64 and 64 equals 128. 4 and 4 equals 8, 6 and 6 equals 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So 128 can be converted to 38, creation of the heavens. To where 38 and 38 come together, which equals to 67. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So where does the 432 come in? It shows me about 1 day, but this is a single day. And remember about 432 vibration. If you want to know about 432 vibration, it's 144 and 144 and 144 coming together. When they all come together, you have a total of 432. That's 3 full days. On your next full day of 1,440 minutes or 144, will give you 5760, and this is reset. Every 4 years is a reset. And the reason I bring this up is because this calculative time is a Hebrew time, and it is the year 2000, and everybody was scared of the reset in 2000. So now it's going to represent the moon and time resetting. How many times has the moon reset? Well, 25,920 divided by 1,440 equals to 18. 25,920 divided by 360 equals 72. So how many times 25,920 divided by 5740 equals to 25,920 divided by 5760 equals to 4.5. There's been a 4.5 reset, total markings. So now, are we in the short or in the long? 4.5, I'm trying to figure out which part of time we are in. Um, 25, 9, 20 divided by 2 equals 2. 12, 9, 60. 3, 9, 60. Forget about 1 and 2. 1 and 2 must come together. It's in rotation of 1 and 2. Everything's in rotation of 1 and 2. Divided by 2 equals 2. 6480 divided by 2 equals 2. 18 by 18. It's not saying very much, eh? But let me just jump out of this, see where else we can go. Just playing around with words right now. We have the word uni, but we're just going to use UN because I is in the word of buy, is in the word of try. 1, 2, and 3. The reverse of these will be is for another story, but right now we have try at number 47. Triathlon, Jesus time, come in right over here. 38. This is the gold in the moon. Something to do with the gold in the moon. The 38 is for gold. It also has to do with the club. Just note that the spade, right, is number 45. The club is number 38. Did I get that right? 15, 25, 35, 36, 38. 35, 36, 40, 45. Right. So we've got the fox, the spade, and the club gold. This will create the birth. Or a fox spade is actually, maybe it'll divert the birth. This S&P shows me about the gateway to the spirit. If I want to look at AD-DNA inside of this, it is showing me that the that the D is between A and E. I'd have to understand that a little bit deeper. Usually it talks, when you talk about A through D, you're usually talking about number 10. Number 10 are talking about the angels. It also represents immediately the gateway because there is a 0 inside of it. When you have bi, you have rotation. All zeros equal to 6, becomes 69. This becomes 62 inside of bi, or 6.2. The light of Venus in rotation. 62 and 69 equals 2. Birth and creation. I can put it any way I want. This is the birth, 29. 66 is the woman's pass. Freedom, right here, 66. It will create 36 and 12 equaling to 48. And the word sun, which will create 44, create 16 and 8 to the 24-hour day, to the divided day and night, 44. And that 44 I showed you a few minutes ago inside over here, right over here. So this would be, let me see, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay, so 7 and 4 meet here. Time, energy, Jesus Christ, all meet over here in the octagon. Tishrei. How much area space is left over, I don't know. I didn't get into that. I didn't figure out that one either. Where else can we go with these numbers? We're going to leave it. I'm just trying to try and understand the letter U. You see, the letter U is the other end of the stick. If we have A, here's the C. The totality of A is not A, but is DC. That's how this is created. D over C creates A, and it creates a separated house. You can be coming from this side like that and then separate the house. Okay, here is the house in creating 3, 6, and 9 and how we do it. Now there's designs for this, but I'm tired and I don't know where they are. I've done so many things. If I would just come here for 5 minutes, everything would be so much easier. 1 and 2 equals to 3. 1 and 5 equals to 6. 1 and 8 equals to 9. 1 and 5, 1 and 2, 5 and 8. 2 with 1, 4, 7. So there's going to be a little bit of, if we had to do a little bit of artwork with this, how would it come out to be? I just want to see it once. So 1 and 2. So this is 1 and 2 equals to 3. This is 1 and 5 equals to 6. This is 1 and 8 equaling to 9. Now my question is, what are these angles and what's going on these angles? See, there's an opening space over here that goes all the way up. I don't know what it is, but there's always something. It'll show up somewhere at some period in time. So that's the basically, so it's just basically showing you an E, basically. 1, 5, and 8. So in this design over here, let me see if I can maybe make it a little bit neater. So now over here, we're going to go 2 and 1, 2 with 1, 4, 7. So we're going to go 2 with 1, 2 with 4, and 2 with 7. Two with 1, 4, 7. 2 with 1, 4, 7, creating 3, 6, and 9. Creating 3. See, this shouldn't become the 3, 1 through 5 equaling to 6. 2 through 1 equaling to 3. 2 through 4 equaling to 5. If I ran down that way, 2, 3, 4 equaling to 5, equaling to 6. 2 through 7 equaling to 9. My cat is on my keyboard and keeps popping. Come on. You have stuff in your nose. Come on. Come on. What's going on? Are you trying to tell me a secret? What's going on? This is getting crazy, you know. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. You know that? It's getting crazy. And they, you know what? You have beautiful eyes. I wish I had eyes just like you. I don't want white in my eyes. I want green in my eyes like you. So listen, do me a favor. Do me a favor, Sputnik. Do me a favor, Sputnik. Do me a favor, Sputnik. Come on. 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 Just stay there. If you just stay there, that's good. That's good. Just like that is good. Okay. Just like that. Don't pass. Okay. So, yeah, now we're going to ask the question, what if I went from 2 to 1 and then 1 all the way to 3, 2 all the way to 4, and then 4 all the way to 6, and then 2. And so this is the dress we create. Now we're going to do the next one where it's going to be so we're going to do 3 with 3, 6, 9. And what's going to happen with 3 with 3, 6, 9? I'm going to go 3. I can't even do it. How do I do that? 3 over to 9. The only way to do 3 over to 9 is I got to recreate it. The only way to create a 9, okay, is I would have to like do that. That's 4 and 5, 9. And now 3 and 3, how do I do that? How do I create 3? Well, this is 1 and 2 that creates 3. But I'm not sure if I can go out and do that. And then 3 and 6, and how do we create 6? Maybe with 1 and 5, I can create 6 and then create that. Wow, you can't even see the camera was off. I'm so sorry. With 3 and 9, it equals to 12. So 3 and 9 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. So I drag it back this way, and I drag it back this way. 3 and 3 equals to 6. So my 6 is over here. My 3 and 3 is over here through 1 and 2. My 3 and 6 is 9. Here's my 6. My 1 and 2 is 3, equaling to 6. 3 and 6 equals to 9. 3 and 6 equals to 9. So that's what I would design, but I'm not too proud of these designs. Anyways, let's keep jumping on. The basic thing is 1 with 258 will equal 369. 2 with 147 will equal 369. What each one needs. And if you notice, we need 1, 3, and 5 to come together. The 5 comes together in the 1 house. The 1 comes together in the 2 house. And the 3 comes together in the 3 house, for those who follow 1, 3, 5. So let me put this book to sleep. And I'm really off. I'm really tired. Let me see if I received that piece of mail that I wanted to work on. I sent myself some mail, but I didn't get it. How do I find out? I sent myself mail and I didn't get it. Can you believe it? Okay. Anyways, I'm going to have to skip over that. Let me get a drink for a minute, and I'm going to come on back. I'm going to flip my camera upside down and give you an upside down look at the place. How can we do that? How can we do that? Give you an upside down. There you go. Just give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I need a 2-minute break. Let's everybody take 2 minutes. I need a 2-minute break. Okay. What is CU on the element scale? Because CU comes in the cube, the half-life, 1 through 21. When this number appears, I will automatically write down 33. Is it in rotation of the cube? Why 33? There are 6 sides. Every side is a different number of dots. But each area of each side has the possibility to have 9 dots per side. There are a total of 9 times 6, 54 areas, the sun cube. The same numeric value of the sun created from number 14. 7 plus 7 equals 14. Christ. DNA. 5 and 4. De. Of. Comes in. Inside of here is the cube of 66. It is the passage of 66 to the sun. These 2 words are the same, except one is in English, one is in French. The reason I added on the 60, because it was prior to creation, it was standard with the 0. Once you go to 4, there's a 10. So I won't have to add on the 60. I'll only add on the 6 once we get to the 4th area. This is the standard area cycle. It's A and B. Okay, on A and B, it is stand. That'll be your stand on 17. Whoa. Your AB, okay, is a stand. And when we stand on 17. And the invert to this is 9 and 8. And that is your 17 that you're standing on. 3 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 3. 89 equals to 17. Your gateway, we stand on the gateway. Once you enter C into the game, that'll now be standard. The Venus angel comes into play. We must add 60. The hue of light. This 0 is what? Is all around 1. But within the heavens, it is 6 light in the Venus world, 6 and 2 coming into the world. So when I asked the question before about was it 3 and 1 or was it 6 and 2 that came first? Well, when it runs the cycle, 3 and 1 is 6 and 2, and 3 and 1, the invert is 6. 3 and 1 is 6 and 4. Zion, Israel, 1 DC. 84 is represented as Pluto. It'll create the difference between the day and the night, and that is that CU. So if we look that up on the element scale, we might understand a little bit more. Inside, we then have the word B. So the actual total count of the cube is number 31. Man on the moon, 3113. The cycle running in the moon, 3113. Back to the cube, 1313 cycle, or 3131, whichever way you'd like to go. But in order to end up on the 7th day, we go 313 cycle. 3131, or do we go 131? Well, here is your 313 cycle. But if we go 131, we end up equaling to the 5 cycle. So now we're going to go 3 equals to 8. Then we're going to go 1 equals to 9. So I'm just going to do it this way. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So this equals to 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13, 16. So this would be your first, your second, your standard, Your standard over here, your standard, 12, 24. So now you're on standard with 24. Did I get that right? Let me see. It was 4 days. It was 8 days. It was 12 days. Sorry, we don't want to add them up. That was 12 days is your standard. You invert on 16 days. You invert on 16 days. This is the first part of that cycle. 16 days. Now I want to try to get back to where I can get the 7 days. In fact, I got the 7 days right over here. On number 13, I get back to 7 days. Because it becomes a 6-1-6 cycle after that. Do you follow what I'm saying? 6-1-6 equals to 13. It is the 1 and then the 3 equaling to the 4. And then the 1, the leap year, and then add on the next 3 years. And then add on the leap year in 9. You see where 5 and 9 come in. And then add on the next 3 years and so forth, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. And to enforce this scenario. This next part of B ends in 62 and 65, equaling to 127. But when B and E comes together, it's actually 37. Gate 10. 3 times 7, 21 to cube. 3 plus 7, 10, equaling to 31. It becomes the same thing. It becomes the bar. We're going to look at the bar this way. Just number 21 for the bar mitzvah. We're going to leave it at the bar mitzvah because we get back to number 31 here. It just keeps going around 31, 37. It just keeps talking about the light. I bring it to a pi count. Pi means 3. You want to use Pythagorean? Time heaven. So I'm assuming that the conversion is because we've gone up a level and we've completed how can I say it? Anyways, it's broken up into 3. Pythagorean, Gregorian, all these calendars were from the monkeys. I'm just trying to see where else we are here with this. Yeah, the cube is number 31. It is 29 and 2 in numbers. The B is black. The rest of them are red numbers. I'm trying to see the bigates, TH, GH, gate time, the bigate time, gate X. I'm just trying to look through what these numbers are. 432 vibration, 4 times 2, right? Inside 432, they talk about the gateway. We have to break it all up. So in 432, they show you the cat and the gateway right over here by 4 and 2. In between, it's that 3. That's where the average has to be, inside that 3. That's where number 7 will show up. If 4 plus 2, 4 times 2, then we have to have the number 3 that's directly in the center. That's giving us, even though this is going to be number 14, right? 8 and 6, 14. Look at that. 7 shows up in the center. 4 plus 2, 4 times 2. 14, 7 shows up in the center. Well, we got 6 up and 1 down for 7. And if we count, 5, 10, 14. Just perfect. Then what is this over here? My 3 times. Oh, yeah, since it's only 3 that shows up in the center, it shows up in rotation. Times itself. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. This is in rotation. The total is 15. So they're in rotation to the E world of Mars. 1 through 5 equals to 15. 1 through 15 equals to 120. And they pass through the moon. 120, 1 moon. 240, 2 moons. 360, 3 moons. $120 per moon, 2 moons of Mars, 1 moon of Earth. I'm going in the wrong direction with this right now, I think. Let me see which way my book should be going. I think I'm going backwards or forwards. The polarity cycle in the alphabet, when A starts at number 6, the standard cycle ends at 24, and the polarity cycle completes the standard cycle, its standard death, in rotation of 33. This 33 will be the 28th position in numbers. I know because Z ends over here in the 31st position. This is DC, and this is rotation. This is the 26th letter in the 31st position through the moon. The alphabet is off center. According to some of these designs that you see on the floor, it tells me that if this design splits at number 8 between 1 through 18 and 19 through 36, then I'm going to move my alphabet over and start at 6. I will take away the first 5, and I will take away the last 5, and I will put my alphabet in the center. Resetting the numbers. Inside of this, I just mentioned yesterday that when I say the 4 worlds of 20, right, you have to understand that the cat is included in it, because we say cat, we say 4 cats. 4 cats almost sounds like forecast. And also note that when the alphabet starts at 6, the primary of all 6s, okay, 666, will become FOX. And everybody looks at OX as being love. Love the angels. 639. So the O is over here, the X is over here, and then in rotation, the pass. What do we use the word fox for? It's a pass. How do we create the F? We create it by 15, by 24, by 33. We invert it by 62 to the 7th gate, by 53 to the 7th gate, by 44 to the 7th gate. If we bring it through the pi hole, then the word fox will no longer shape up in these numbers. If I bring it through the pi hole, the numbers will be this. In Christ, through the gate of the EI world and not the AI world. The EI world and not the AI world. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create 5. So by A and B creating 3 and 2 equaling to 5, the convert of that is 4 and 5 equaling to 9 coming through the fox pass in the sun. Cat. There are 4 cats. Let me see which way I'm going with this. 432 vibration. 333 1440. Let me see. I'm just let me put this thing down over here. Let me see. I'm just trying to figure out where I am in my book. I had something holding this up. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Let me see where I am in the book. Okay, let me just put this down here. These 2 vibrations. I use this vibration for memory. You remember the 6-2 we came with, the student? This is where I don't remember where we just used this, but the 2 vibrations coming together. Okay, when we bring this to the gateway, 3 and 1, 4. Okay, I create all these numbers to create 4. So in this minus vibration, 256 memory to the 432 vibration, I end up with 225, and that is exactly right over here. And it is birth passes right through the moon. See that duck foot? And the reason for that is here's the area. This is the 225 area, but it takes space. So you minus and you add 9. When you minus it, it equals to this number. That is the cube, time, and the moon because of its girth, its diameter. When you go moving it forward, at the same time, it'll show you seconds on the day. When you bring this into the 90-degree angle, 6, 8, 90 degrees. When you bring it to the 225, it's going to show you this number, okay, to the 225. And this is going to bring you to the 90 degrees. They're talking about the light and the moon, male, female. When they bring you to the next one, 234 and 666, okay, this is the dividing gates, but they bring you 6, 1, 1, 1, yes, and then this brings you to the 90 degree. All 90s will say in rotation. All 90s in rotation of the cube. 0 equals to 6. I'm just trying to see what else. Okay, yeah, I wanted to do this one also. I wanted to do this one here. We're going to start off with combinations. Okay, here is 432. I wanted to work with 432. So here's 2, here's 4, here's 3. It doesn't really matter what the order. And remember, even though I'm working with these numbers for the vibration, into the pi hole, right? Into the pi hole for number 2. If I want to go into the pi hole, I will use number 8. How is number 8 created? It can be created with 1 and 7, but it's not in the cube. It is the gateway. It can be now created in the cube with 2 and 6. But outside the cube at 1 and 7, it can't be created, and it's allocated to the birth, the 9th position in the gateway, and not on the cross where it's located. So here's our 4 times 2 times 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. 2 plus 8 is 10. Equals to 1. 1, 4, and 7 is what we're converting to. We're converting to the conversion that we work with on this planet right now. 1, 4, and 7, and not 3, 6, and 9. 1, 4, and 7. 7 months of 31 days, which is 28 days plus 3 days. 4 months of 30 days, which is 28 days plus 2 days. 1 month, that's a perfect month with 0 days, but in the 4th year, you add 1 for the birth. So in all reality, if you check your age, when you reach the age of 80, you are actually possibly only 20. Just hypothetically, because of the quarter world that we live. And it could even be even younger than that. Could even be even younger than that. Could be 1/8. So in all the worlds, we're bringing them to 1, 4, 7. 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 4 is 7. 3 and 7 is 10. So now we do the multiplication, and it gives us these answers. In these answers over here, Mercury, Pluto, and the spirits show up in the polarity right over here. This and this will create each other in their own, and so will this. All 3 of these will create their own. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, it's the same. The end result is 31 here. The end result is 31 here. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is 7. 3 by 4 is 12. So how does this one come into rank? Well, the end result for this one comes out to 31. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. So they all intertwine with themselves in this house. Unlike if we went into this house, 4 by 3, 7 and 12. Now this one intertwines, but not the 24 and the 21. So in this house, it's 7 and 3, 1 and 6, the half-life, and then 4 and 9. So this is this scenario. So when these two come together, see the 4 and the 3, their polarity. This is going to be standard, and this is going to be standard death. So how do we rate the two together? Should I take the first one at the bottom? And don't forget, when 4 is creating 1, 4, and 7, it creates it with 3, 6, and 9. When 3 creates 1, 4, and 7, it creates it with 1, 4, and 7. When 3 creates 1, 4, and 7, it creates 1, 4, and 7. When 2 needs to create 1, 4, and 7, it creates with inside itself. Now the 9 is the polarity, okay? The 9 is the polarity. The 9 is the polarity of 1. So we don't have 1 in here right now, so we're going to jump to the 8. So the 8 and 2 is 10. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 8 and 8 is 16. So it's 1, 4, 7 again. Now in the 10 world, 8 and 2 will come together. 8 and 2 will come together. So how am I to join? Okay. 8 and 2 is 10. 2 and 8 is 10. 5 and 2 is 7. See where 5 and 2 is 7? 8 and 8 becomes 7. So we have to understand that similarity because they come together. At the same time, we also want to look at the 4 worlds. So if I'm going to look at the 4 worlds, I will now need to connect the 5. And 1 and 5 I don't have here. And I should have it. I don't have 1 and 5. Okay, I should create the 1 and 5. Yes, I'm gonna do 1 and 5. So 1 is 1. What order am I doing it? 1 is 3, 6, 9. So if I go 3, 6, 9, I get 4, 7, and 1. And in the 5 world, if I go 1, hold on a second. If I go 2, 5, and 8, right, 2, 5, and 8 equals to 7, 1, and 4. So if I bring 5 and 2 together, this 5 world with this 2 world over here, 4, 7, and 1, when the 2 came together, it would now create 7 and 4. It'll create 7 and 1. It'll create 1 and 4. Just looking at where the 8 position is, because the 5 and 2 are polarity to the 7th gate. Now, if I take this not to the 7th gate, and I want to run it off a number 1 or off a number 4, I have to run it off of 1 and 3 numbers, 1, 4, or 7, to understand it better. I run it after all of them. So if I want to take number 7, okay, and I want to take number 7, we're going to look at this a little bit differently. To create number 7, I'm going to create 7 with 5 and 2. So if I take 5 and 2 equals to 7, 2 and 5 equals to 7, 5 and 2 equals to 7, so I got 14. So what is number 7's value? Number 7 needs 3, 6, and 9. So if I'm bringing the 7th gate over to number 7, inside the 7th gate, it's valued at 3, 6, and 9. So if I take 4 and 3 to the 7th gate, okay, 3 and 1 is 4, 6 and 4 is 1, 9 and 7 is 7. So these two will create 1, 4, 7 in its own, and it all comes to the 7th gate. So I'm trying to understand how this 3, 4 combination comes to the 7th gate, because this does not exist without 1 and 6, 2 and 5, and 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 is the creator of all of the standard and standard depth polarity. 1 and 2 is what we stand on. 1 and 2 we stand on. We work everything with 1 and 2, and that's where 3 comes in. Do you follow what I'm saying with all this? So now if I want to bring in the 4 house, I would go 9 and 4 comes together. 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 8 and 5 comes together. 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So we have to understand all these combinations. Now I just thought of this just earlier on, and I have to understand the mathematics when I bring these houses together. So if I want to bring this house together, I'm going to go 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So it took to create this. It took. Let's just go. Let's just add these up in the star system. And in the star system, 4, 1, and 7. And in the star system, hold on, 19, 49, 79. So this is 1, 4. Oh, it's absolutely perfect. 21 and 10 is 31, 4. So it all comes out to 1, 4, 7. And this one over here does not. 2, 5, and 8 is different. 2, 5, and 8 comes out to 8, 8, 8, 64 and 16, 8 by 5, 40 and 13. So the 8 house comes out to 888. In this mathematics over here, this equals to 35. 5 times 2 is 35. 5 plus 2 is 10 equals to 45. 5 plus 5 equals to 25. 5 plus, I'm just trying to see, 5 plus 5 equals to 10 equals to 35. Hold on a second. 5 by 7 is 35. So what did I get? I got 35, and then I got 25 and 10. Is that what I got? I got 45 here, and that'll be 9. And then over here, I got 35, and that'll be 8. And then 5 by 8 is 40, plus 13 equals to 53, and I'll get, oh, here, 988. That's absolutely perfect, 988. So anyways, this is how I manipulate these numbers. I don't have the answers to them all, what they mean. Here's my inverted alphabet, in which I'm having a little bit of trouble, because if I invert my alphabet and I start with A, if I go forward A, B, C, D, E, can I go backwards A, B, C, D, E? And I put F in the position of A. But then if I go forward F, E, D, C, B, A, I'm counting down. When I get to A, I'm still counting up again. So I'm not really sure what to do. You can see in the center of the alphabet, the K and the N is the 16th and 19th letter comes together. Where S and T came together as in first, now you have no, and this is where pi comes in, right over here on the 19th and 20th letter. P, MP, the 7th inning stretch, 21 outs and 18 outs into the 7th inning stretch, and everything is inside creation I and R. So the alphabet is off. Maybe it's the real alphabet in the other world, but in this world, I don't know. Jet fuel. Jet fuel. 10, 15, 20. 10, 5, 10, 15, and 20. I forget where the jet came in. Jesus, energy, and time. The reverse alphabet is 21 and 6. The reverse alphabet is, where did this come from? 17. There's a reason for this. 12 and 5. Because that's not the reverse. Oh, the reason I did it is because of this. 9 times 8, 9 plus 8 will create what is this? 44, the difference between area space. 8 and 7, the gateway through Win a Big Red Sun Gate. Number 27, Win a Big Red Sun Gate. 27 and 35, okay, they'll come together to create the first 8 numbers in pi. 27 equals 14 and 9. 35 equals to 15 and 8. These invert, okay, to 1 and 2. So what do these invert to? This is 6 and this is 5. I'm just trying to see, this is 6 and this is 5. 1 and 4 is 5, so it becomes 5 and 9. It becomes 6 and 8. So they become their direct conversion. They become a direct conversion onto the cube where 5 and 3 will equal to 4 and 2. We don't have a 2 and 7, so we're going to assume all 3 worlds when it comes to 7, all 3 worlds. Pi begins with 1415, 29, 65. That's how pi begins. 14, 15, the total is 29. This is 5, this is 6, and that's the beginning of 2, 4, 6, 8 numbers in pi. Where did I get these from? 1 and 4 is 5. 1 and 5 is 6. The inversion of these two. Hold on a second. I'm just going to see something. This would be my 8 and 6. This will be my 9 and 5. They're both going to be number 14. They're both reversed on the dice. They both create 77. Here you minus the 1, 2. Here you add the 1, 2. And everything comes to the 7th gate. In one scenario, 9 and 8 with 1 and 2, you create 1 and 1. In the other scenario, you create 7 and 7. And to create the 2 it's 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, which is the numeric value for Earth, and it is the gateway. Number 17, add 66 equals to 83, so that is part of your gateway. The gold in the heavens, it's the corner. 120, the moon. Anyways, I'm getting a little tired here, and it's windy outside. Just 1 second. I can probably go on and just farmesh my way through this. Venus, the house in rotation of Sun and Mars. Ape life. Oh yeah, the half-life between A and E is the ape life. Oh boy. The other thing I wanted to mention is 69 and 66. Did I total this somewhere? 69 and 66 equals to 135, 1, 3, and 5. But we also have to note that it equals to 36, creation. 6 and 6, 12, 1 and 2, 3, 9 and 6, 15, 1 and 5 is 6. Then this will be 18R09I, and that is what encompasses the cube. Airy. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm tired. Who called you last? Last, best, first the rest. It's just a test. I'll do my best, but we have to keep on going. We can't stop. We must know the truth that this world was created. Don't ask if it's possible or not. Do the work. I'm into 16 years and all my life playing with the numbers. Do the work. Do the math. It's out there. The truth is out there. We were made perfect. We are going home to a perfect world. Trust the good Lord of creation. Trust those from the altar world. Do not trust what you do not know and what you think you know. Once you have to guess and question yourself, right away you know you cannot trust. Walk away and smile and say, the good Lord will take care of me. The good Lord will take care of me. Lord Papa Do is coming to you. Thank you for watching. Remember, we were born under the placenta clause. And Santa has no L, no wings. He cannot fly. It even tells you in his name in French that Santa has no wings. Thank you for watching this video.